to my channel, my Young and the Restless fans. Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend. We got a new week of drama in Genoa City, and oh boy, there's a lot of explosion and clashes going on. I'm going to give you a few highlights and we're going to unpack this week. First, we got Victor and Jack clashing over helping Nikki. Jordan escapes due to a fire at her prison, and then we also see Adam is surprised by Sally this week, and Audra gets fired. So without any further ado, let's unpack this Genoa City drama for the week of January 29th through February 2nd. So let's start out with Magnificent Monday, or shall I say Manic Monday, January 29th, as Audra, she gets fired. Now, it's not because she didn't do her job or maybe, some other issues happen at work. It's all because Nikki realizes that Audra is a little bit too close to her situation about her knowing about her drinking. And so she's saying, you're hovering, you're placating to me. It's like, oh my God, it's just back and forth. And so Audra is really trying to fit in. She actually tried to offer her a job over at Newman in London to ship her across the pond to the UK. And, Audra's like, I don't want to uproot my life. And Nikki was like, it's either that or you out the door. And so I guess she decided to take the door, and Nikki had no problem closing it behind her. Also on Monday, my favorite part of Monday's episode is Summer and Chance, as Chance get to witness a new side of Summer.
Making this too easy for me. Come on. Changed.
It's a legit date, right? So there's something.
This particular storyline with Summer and Chance look like it might be a slow burn. They are teasing us, kind of like how they teased us for like 2 months with Hope and how she was fiending for Thomas. And when we got it in July, because the whole fantasy started in May, after 2 months, oh yeah, it was hot to trot. I'm hoping we get the same thing with Chance and Summer here on The Young and the Restless. This is where we see the cracks beginning to form with this whole alliance with Jack and Nikki, and of course Diane and Victor. So on Monday, Victor and Jack clash over helping Nikki. Now we see over at Society, Jack is going to be asking questions about the whole thing that happened with them in Oregon, and Victor is tight-lipped. He's like, that's none of your business, and I think you need to focus on your own family, which should give Jack the heads up that this ain't gonna be as easy as Nikki thinks. Also, while they're talking, he even gets a phone call from Nikki, and Victor is like, oh, you gotta scurry off, not knowing that he's scurrying off to his own wife. Oh yeah, it gets crazier. And at the end of Monday's episode, you guys gotta stay tuned, because while they're locked up in Nikki's office, Jack and Nikki, Victor shows up. And it left us with that cliffhanger. We now move into Terrific Taco Tuesday, January 30th, as Victor receives shocking news. What is that shocking news? Yeah, that prison that Jordan is in, a fire has been started. Now, the question is who started it? And more than likely, it's probably Jordan, which of course leads to her escape. Now, of course, we saw a preview where he's breaking that news to them that the fire was at the prison. Nick, Victoria, and Cole are shocked. They just got out of this situation a couple of months ago, and now here we go again, because we all know Jordan is headed straight to Genoa City. You know what? Adam tried to tell y'all last week, but y'all wanted to throw darts at him. Well, we'll see what happens next. Also on Tuesday, we see Nick finding solace with Sharon. Don't go crying to Sharon now that Jordan might be after you at this point. The thing is, y'all should have been on guard. That's what Adam was talking about with being cautious. This thing ain't over yet. But no, she's going to be locked up and die in prison, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, you guys got to remember, you in soap world, anything is possible. Your own brother came back from the dead 4 times. So yeah, Jordan could also escape from prison. However, This also brings Nick and Sharon closer. It looks like they're trying to put Schick back together, so we'll see what happens next. Well, not only does Victor have a problem with Jack messing around in his business with Nikki, somebody else got a problem with that too. Jack's wife, Diane. Diane is fretting over Jack's involvement with Nikki. Now, at first, she was okay with it, but we also saw the behavior that Nikki gave her being ungrateful and how she was talking crazy to his own wife. They're doing you a favor. They're helping you out. You should have had a professional help you with this, Nikki, because, yeah, you got knocked off of your sobriety big time with that needle in the vein. So, I mean, yeah, Diane is concerned that this might not be going in the direction that everybody anticipated. We now move into Wonderful Hump Day Wednesday, January 31st, as Victor imparts wisdom to Nicholas. At first, he was looking for solace from Sharon. Now he needs some wisdom from his dad. I'm telling you, it looked like Nick is going through it. I wonder if part of this have to do with the fact that he no longer has Sally, too. But you know what? Like I said, they're trying to put Schick together, so maybe that can help him out. But I mean, he's always walking around with a resting bee face, especially around Adam, and he's always whining and crying about something. As attractive as Nick is, man, please put your chin up and get it together. So on Wednesday, Victoria and Cole harbor a secret from Claire. So they know about that prison fire and that Jordan was there. They don't know whether Jordan didn't make it or whether Jordan made it out. Understand that their daughter is in a fragile state, and letting her know about Jordan could really shake things up for her. So they keep this a secret from her. The problem is if they don't tell her and Jordan shows up, to that hospital, they're probably going to be regretting this decision. Why? Because this is a truth that they're hiding from her, and with everything going on, she don't know what's up. Jordan lied to her for years, and now here come Victoria and Cole keeping secrets. Rounding up Wednesday's episode, Kyle defends his actions at Jabot. What came out? I'm wondering, did Audra leak something? Or we all know Kyle's original intention with Tucker, because we're going to have an interaction with Tucker as we end into the week. So yeah, did something leak out that maybe Kyle didn't tell his parents the whole truth? Now, of course, we know Diane knows, but Jack didn't know that originally his intent was to actually sign up with Tucker. So yeah, he got some splaining to do. Now moving to the first day of February sweeps, Friday Eve, Thursday, February 1st, as Ashley and Tracy make a dramatic entrance to Paris. She is trying to get to the bottom of this truth. Is it my version of this story or Tucker's version of this story that's accurate? And even he himself said, look, if you want to find out the truth, go back to the bistro and ask. I've been saying that for weeks. Get the video. It'll be indisputable, just in case Tucker decided to pay somebody to say something. If it's on video, it would definitely tell the truth in the entire situation. So I hope they go that route versus taking word of mouth, because anything could have been changed, especially if Tucker have anything to do with it. But honestly, like I said before, I don't think this is going to go in Ashley's favor. Also on Thursday, Daniel confronts the truth about Heather. He probably finds out that Heather originally came for that purpose, to get back with him. Now, we know that she had a little boyfriend back in Portugal. That didn't work out, according to her. Lucy picked up on the vibes, and she has been forever trying to be the matchmaker with her parents. Well, Daniel obviously gets some intel on why Heather actually started this in the first place, and he got to confront that truth. The other truth is that the fact that they already done slept together. So putting all this together, what is Daniel going to do next? And finally, rounding up Thursday, Kyle explodes in anger toward Tucker. Obviously, Tucker did something. He probably dropped those nuggets, as I mentioned before, about his original intention to team up with him over at Jabot. And of course, Kyle is hotter than fish grease, because probably Tucker and dropped some information. So yeah, I mean, did you expect that to stay a secret, Kyle? I mean, seriously. And I'm glad Summer is nowhere near this situation while she's enjoying her evening and anything else that happens to come up with Chance. Now moving to Fantastic Friday, TGIF, February 2nd, as Victor catches Jack and Nikki in a compromising situation. Now, I don't think that they actually maybe slept together in this episode. I honestly think that he finds them in a very cozy-like situation, maybe in a hug, whether they're really, really connecting on an emotional level with Nikki going through her drinking, and Victor's like, what the heck is going on over here? And honestly, I don't blame him. Both Jack, Diane, Nikki, and Victor should have had this conversation together. Listen, I want to help her. We have a connection. Are you okay with this? Victor has pretty much told him in the Mondays episode, I need you to stay out of my family's business. Obviously, Jack didn't listen. This is going to blow up in their faces just like I said it was. And as for Nikki, you know what, Jack? You shouldn't have even listened to have her direct this whole situation in the first place. She's not in a place to do that. And you have a wife. You have a business, you have a family. That's where your focus should be. You just can't up and jump 24/7 like she wants you to. So yeah, Victor is not going to be happy about this, and it's probably going to cause problems between their marriage. Also on Friday, Billy provides comfort to Chelsea. Now we remember there was a little bit of a story drop, kind of like a little bit of a nugget, where they were talking about Connor's grades. So I'm wondering if he's still struggling. He went to a specific type of school to help him, deal with some of the stuff he had to deal with his family and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that the little boy isn't struggling, but that is also something that could be part of this storyline. It's either that or something happened with her mom, Anita. So yeah, we got to see what this is all about. And finally, rounding up our Friday cliffhanger, Sally stuns Adam with an unexpected move. What is that move? Did she set up a romantic date? Is she about to show him some moves in the bedroom? Because we haven't really seen that to a, more intense Hope Thomas type level in a while. I mean, they had that cute little scene about 2-3 weeks ago, but it left us with them laying on the bed and nothing else. So what type of moves does she have that's going to shock Adam? So we got to stay tuned for this and everything else going on in Genoa City for the week of January 29th through February 2nd. Okay, so there you have it. Let's get the conversation started down in the comments section. I got a couple of questions for you guys. Should Jack at this point kind of back away from this situation now knowing that Victor doesn't want him anywhere near his family's business, even though Nikki wants Jack there? Victoria and Cole keeping that secret from Claire about the whole fire at the prison with Jordan. Should they keep that a secret? We all know that Claire does not like secrets at this point since Jordan had been lying to her for over 2 decades. And now her new parents that said that they care and love her might be keeping a secret from her. And then what is this shocking move that Sally is going to have for Adam? Let me know your thoughts. Also, you go over to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for this week. We got Luna still confronting her mom. We got Brooke and Ridge and Steffi and Finn that are not happy about this proposal that they find out that happened between Thomas and Hope. And then Zende is making waves between RJ and Luna. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you'll be notified every time there's a posting. And until the next one, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.